Welcome to Common Man Cocktails. I'm your host, Derrick Schommer. I have two co-hosts with me today. Doug, right? And Curtis.
I'm
left.
actually Doug.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Reversed.
Yeah.
So, Curtis...
I'm used to be... You can go over there.
Yeah. Curtis did the
Apparently
courtesy.
there was a head issue.
Yeah.
He's having... Yeah.
Curtis
I hate
has...
when that happens.
Curtis would cover our sign so it looked like it read cock and people would comment. So, now we don't have to worry. Because mine
But
head's
now
small.
Doug is all upset because he's over on that
He's
side.
okay
I got
with
moved
it.
down in my seat.
He's been D-ranked. Or you were up-ranked.
I don't know.
Either way.
You were moved up.
I'm on the left.
You're on, okay. On my left. So what we're doing right now is the finals. We streamed only 22 shots, or 22 different
Samplings?
silver tequilas.
Yeah.
22 silver tequilas.
And these are our
Samplers.
final four. Sampled. We didn't drink them all because we would be rats. We just spit it all out.
Yeah.
So what we have now are our top four finalists. You can go to Ustream, search for Everyday Drinkers if you want to see the video, or Facebook. And because I did put it out there. It's like 85 minutes long. So we have these are our final contestants. Number one comes in with the Cabo Wabo. This is a ranking of all three of us put together.
Tasting everything blind.
Blind tasting.
Yep.
And these are the four finalists.
Yep.
The highest rank was our Blanco, what is that, Cabo Wabo.
Yep.
Tres Generaciones, number two. Oh, we didn't get the pricing.
Oh, yeah.
Riazul and Alma both came in third. Tied, actually, right?
Yep, that was
Tied for
tied.
third.
So this is probably in the high 30s, at least for us. That's the other issue, is even if I give you a price...
It's going to be different everywhere.
Different everywhere. This is the highest, I think, expensive.
I don't think so.
What do you think?
I think this is probably the least expensive.
Cabo
Cabo?
Wabo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, I mean, it's a major product for a major brand. And
I always paid more for it. It's got to be... do you have a Google
Oh,
over
I
there?
just bought one of these, and I paid $40 for it.
Where? Massachusetts?
In Massachusetts.
See, I thought this was in that near 45 to 50. This is not as much, I don't think. I think the Tres Generaciones is a little bit lower.
What does our wonderful people in the chat room say?
Could somebody Google that for us? I just need the price of these two. I don't know what this is.
Under 30 for the most part.
$37.95.
For what? Cabo Wabo?
Wabo.
$37.95.
At least on
under
Beverage
40.
Warehouse it is.
Do they have Tres Generaciones? Or am I saying that right? Or is it Generaciones? I think I always say it wrong. I think it's Tres
It's
Generaciones.
probably
I've heard it as
most
Trace.
famous.
Yeah, you can say Tres.
Tres.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because nobody wants to say that long word.
Tres Generaciones.
Right, that's a big word.
It's multi-syllabic.
Riazul you can get, I believe, on Specs Online. That one is the only one I picked out of the lineup. And then Alma, which I've never had before tonight.
No.
Here are our final contestants. Doug, do you remember which ones are these? This is Cabo.
Yep. So you have the Cabo,
Tres.
the Generaciones,
Yep.
the Alma,
Yep.
Alma.
and the Riazul.
Okay, so we've got
Go
three
from
here.
the first. Start from.
From bestinwine.com, it's $38.99.
This is?
Tres Generaciones.
More expensive.
So it's more expensive, at least if you shop online.
Yep.
I don't think it's that much here.
This should just be
They're
really
pretty
good.
close, though.
Yeah, it should be a really good indicator of the fact that our number one pick out of 22 or 21.
It's half the price of Patron.
Yes.
Did you do Hornitos?
Yes.
It didn't make the cut.
It was.
Hornitos came in at a
3?
4.
4. 4 out of what? We got like 12 is our highest rank?
So it 283. So if you want to take into consideration the Hornitos came out at a 4 and the Cabo came out as a 12, I mean obviously spend the extra $10.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. You want to sniff it? Sniff test?
Yeah.
Pineapples.
You and your pineapples.
Come on. Pineapple mingled with little agave.
Whatever.
And even a slight sweet note to it.
I'll give you the sweet.
You're not going to
I
give
mean,
me the pineapple?
it has a nice aroma. It really does.
And the flavor's wonderful.
You're right. Medium mouthfeel. It's not watered down. It's not super thick. It's got good balance all the way across from the initial taste, which has a little bit of that aroma, probably because it's working its way up. What's that? It's still a little sweeter, I think. A sweet, almost like a brown sugar-ish.
And that tingle in the tongue is that indicator of a good distillation.
Clean finish.
Okay.
It's crisp.
Yeah.
There's not, some of the ones we did, they had a sour bite. It was kind of astringent.
It has that, or some of the finishes were just an overall mouth burn.
Yep. You get the burn.
Burn.
Nobody wants burn.
This would make a wonderful margarita.
It probably has many times.
Many times. This was actually the very first bottle of alcohol I bought when I turned 21.
I think they sent that to me. So
I kind of like the old packaging. Do you remember the old packaging?
I bought, it was a blue one.
Yeah.
I got it as a gift, actually. You gonna drink mine? Oh.
I finished mine. Screw you guys.
So I had my original one as a gift. Somebody gave it to me because it was expensive tequila.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're used to Jose Cuervo. It's like, oh, $7. I'm gonna spend the 30, or 40 or whatever it was. I think was it more money originally? Have they come down?
I think it's come down.
I think because the market's become saturated, a lot of the prices are getting a little more competitive.
I actually my recollection for Cabo is like it was more than the 37 or whatever you found it for online.
I think it was originally more like 55 or 60, but then everybody came down to like, it seems like they're all coming down, in the silvers especially, because why are you going to spend, if you're going to spend 50 on something, what is the repo going to cost you? What's the, and they're all going to be huge price.
Right.
So that just doesn't make
Sammy
sense.
Hagar doesn't own it anymore.
No.
He doesn't?
No,
No.
he off that.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
He doesn't drink 25. You got that.
Yeah, that's good.
I can't drink 25.
Yeah. Van Hagar.
Yeah, there you go. Not as much of an aroma on this one.
I think he was the better of the Van Halens.
There was a lot of them. Oh,
That's good.
It's so good.
It's a little
the finish on this is
piney.
Yeah.
A little piney.
Is this the pine one we had the tasting last
No,
time?
this is
No. There was one that was really
I like
piney,
gin.
it was like Tangeray of the tequila world.
Yeah. This has a little more. This one has a little more ramped up kick to the finish. Not necessarily alcohol, but there's that white pepper and other like peppery flavors and spicy flavors. But this makes me think tequila a little bit more.
I really
Jumpy.
But again, I think that what we're going to end up finding with all these, like the finish is very even. And I think that we all appreciated just an even finish versus like something that was very mild or
There was a couple in there that tasted like straight vodka.
Yeah.
I was like, why wouldn't you just buy a vodka?
Yeah. Or the moonshine burn.
Vodka would actually be
for
cheaper.
some of them.
Yeah.
The vodka would be cheaper. The thing I kind of like about this one is I think it brings a little more core tequila. Tequila's, I want to say stereotypical tequila. It's
Still
got
finishing mine, fuckers.
I think it's got a little more kick to it, a little more punch, a little more of everything, the spiciness. That makes me think tequila. However, I think this one is much more satisfying for the average consumer because
I would agree.
It's got all those flavors, but none of them are really focused to strike in any direction. This, I think, that peppery strike might be a turnoff to certain people.
Yep.
At least it's not salty. Like this
Well,
one.
I think this is what it comes down to. I think that if you're going to go meet up with a bunch of like tequila connoisseurs, I would bring this.
Yeah.
If I was just going to get something from my home bar that really was going to be stand out spectacular.
And overall around.
And, you're not like trying to impress anybody, I'd go this direction. I think the next two are pretty interesting because they're both very boutique-y.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as tequilas go, and I think that it's kind of interesting that they both climbed in at that same
At the same spot.
Yeah.
Anybody know what the Riazul? Somebody go to Specs Online and search for.
We're actually
Riazul
on
Silver.
the Alma right now.
Oh, we're on Alma.
Alma.
Never mind. Alma tequila de agave. This has like that sweet cotton candy like.
It does.
aroma.
Wasn't this the one that had the like peppermint? We said peppermint or something.
It could be that one. You have your. I wrote some notes.
What number was the Alma? Was 13.
We even have notes.
Oh, Red Hots.
Red Hots.
Oh, the Red Hots.
Yep.
Doesn't smell like Red Hots though.
It tastes like it though.
I haven't got that far.
Yeah, this was the red hot one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was the Red Hots.
Yep.
Got that red spicy cinnamon,
So interesting.
Yeah.
pepper, cinnamon, candy-like thing.
Yep.
The finish and the beginning kind of starts and ends the same way. It's got that all the way through.
I will say though, the one Blanco that I wish that we had in this, and we didn't because we finished it, was the
donkey.
The donkey.
Sparkle Donkey.
Sparkle Donkey.
Dude, I get so many questions asking where to get that. I'm still trying to figure it out. I've even asked them. I've asked Specs, both which should know.
Yeah.
And I haven't got any responses in the last week.
Huh.
2 weeks. Yeah, that would be good. But now, if you did another tasting, you could just start with this, right?
Yep.
We wouldn't have to go
yeah.
through the whole 22 again.
I really enjoyed the Sparkle Donkey.
I did.
More so than the top 4 that we've picked out so far.
There was a cotton candy thing in that one too.
Yeah. It was really interesting, and I believe that somebody got back to you and they used oak barrels for
Yeah, it was a
for
sherry
it.
cask, I think, or
Or
something.
yeah, something interesting.
You don't know what these, but if it was rested at all and anything like that. Out of all these, just as a side note, which I think this has the coolest bottle, quite honestly. This I haven't been impressed with their design.
you know, actually, it's a cool bottle, but I will say that with the square top,
It's a pain in the ass.
it was a bit of a pain in the ass to pour the first couple. Like once we were doing these, not
And
bad.
I'm not a big fan of the shampoo thing. This cheapens it a lot.
A lot.
Like to the point where even if you just put a little cork on the top, I'd be
It would've
so
been
much
fun.
Yeah, rather than.
If that was like real metal though,
Yes, but you know what? That would bother me because I'd rather have them take the money from the metal and put it into the quality of the product than the bottle design. Which these guys they went away from that. They went from the fancier bottles to very, very basic. Like a lot of different bottles use that same design.
yeah.
And I'm okay with that. But that one, I think, for an average consumer, would be a little more tasty. I think the Alma might be something that a new tequila taster could sip and get like.
You see, I wouldn't want to go that route. I think that they need to pick up on what tequila really is before they go crazy. Like that's kind of crazy. Like I think like this makes more sense.
If you want to get the real strict stereotypical tequila.
So you know what you're getting from
And work
most
from it.
tequilas.
Yeah.
Probably true.
Now
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember if
But
there's
again, when we talk about accessibility, right, for the common man, right? The
It's gonna be Cabo.
It's going to be the Cabo.
Either of these two, both of them are massive companies.
Yep.
This is a Salsa company. The Tres Generaciones, there's 3 generations. Hornitos, Generaciones, and Salsa are
Okay.
your 3. So it'd be the 3 different distillery generations. So you've got, it would almost be like me, my father, and my grandfather all having a tequila company and saying, I can do it better, and having your 3 driving differences. This one, right off the top.
Do anything
Better.
You can do better. I can
Wow.
do anything you can
No, better than you.
better than you.
there's no nepotism in that.
No, you can. Can't. Yes, I can. No, you
This is the one that doesn't have a big nose. This is the one it's
It's a very
Oh my
slight.
god, I love the taste in this
yes.
one.
This one's the aroma's okay, slight nail polish, slight caramel. But the taste is fabulous.
It's fantastic.
These guys have their own.
Yeah.
Now, I believe these guys. I don't know about these guys.
Oh, yeah.
I know these guys have their own
Yeah.
estate.
It was Riazul that for me, like it was like
Chocolate
one for
caramel.
aroma, because that's what we started
Yeah, we both
with
said
each
that.
one. Like can't really smell anything. Meh.
White chocolate.
and then taste it, and it's just like, it's so good. There's a little bit of cocoa in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the finish, you know what the best part is? The Añejo kicks his ass with this one. The
That's
Añejo's
so good.
the Añejo might
Do you
be
have
over the
that?
top.
Yeah, it's right there.
See.
All right.
That one, it may go over the top on the flavor because it's got a lot more flavor to it. These guys, I've done an interview. If you go to everydaydrinkers.com and look for Riazul, we did an interview with the guy who made this product.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
it was like an hour long. So, and one of his key factors is he is an individual that inherited land. Right? He had land. He's like, I have land in tequila country.
Which is where?
Jalisco,
Jalisco.
Mexico.
So I need to
Where?
make.
Jalisco,
Jalisco.
Mexico.
Stop. One of you say it. Holy crap.
Jalisco, Mexico.
I think I just got hand rabies.
Aw. You
But
want some tongue rabies?
No. So what he did is he had this land and he asked his family if he can grow the pina there. What do they call them? Agave on there.
The Blue Weber agave.
So they got Blue Weber on there, and
Wow.
he built his own tequila. But the thing is, it took him I think 5 years before he had a product because it's not like instantly just happens. So it was a built product. But he hired somebody. I don't know if it was one of the guys from Jose Cuervo or one of their pickers, farmers, and got people who knew what they were doing with heritage behind them and built this product, and he gets to select which ones he wants out of the agave. So he doesn't have to go and take.
So he just had the land and started growing the agave.
That's kind of how it works down there.
He inherited it from his family.
I thought it took like a significant amount of time to grow a good agave plant.
No, I mean what is it? It's like 8 years for maturity on an agave plant. That's probably where he is coming into that. But the thing is that there's so many distilleries and there's so few acres of land to grow agave.
Okay.
So it's like if you have the land, you're already like 50 steps ahead.
Okay.
Right. It would almost like if you wanted to do a brewery, but you can only do a brewery in the entire brewery nation was the size of New York, right?
Okay.
You only have so many breweries. Everybody wants to make beer. They have to borrow everybody else's brewery, which is what they do for tequila. Sam Adams started the same way. You've got to contract out that space to be able to do it. This guy's got it all, so he can just be like, and the big core is he has the land, so he can pick whatever he needs. He doesn't do it himself. He hires somebody who's good at it to say these are the ones I want, and they're freaking huge. And then they take it from there. So he gets that type of control, where other companies don't. These guys probably do. I don't know about Alma. But a lot of the guys that we went through our list, 901, stuff like that, they just go, I need a tequila. I want it to taste like this. I like that taste. Both go with that.
I think from where we've done this whole thing, and I think it's a great place to start, is that if you are in that setting where you're constantly asking Derek about where you need to purchase your products or what products you need to purchase to get into your bar, I think you start here.
Yep.
I think you move to here.
Yep.
And then once you have these two and you feel really comfortable with tequila, you pick up these two.
Right.
I would start here. No, I don't really. But I'm in a different state in my career, right?
Yeah.
So I would go with these two. And you know what? Before you even go this direction, I would branch out and try their reposados.
Yeah.
And see what the other tequila tastes like.
Does it garner a mention that with Blancos, it's generally something that it's a mixed spirit? It's something that you're not drinking on its own. Right?
But people drink vodka on ice, so I don't really know where to take that. I wouldn't sit down and drink one of these on ice. But because there are people who are big vodka people and drink it on ice, can you now say that you shouldn't? I would rather drink any of these on the rocks than vodka.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I would say yes, these are mixers. But at the same time, if you're into drinking straight spirit,
So
give it a try.
so these are mixers, but at the same time, are these shot worthy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude, if you're doing shots, I would do shots of any of these before I'd pick up the crap.
Okay.
Because think about it. That's basically what we're doing. From start to finish, everything. You might not get the aroma, but that finish is killer. If you don't get that burn, you get a nice, smooth shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do shots of this stuff.
No, as far as shots go,
Yeah. As long as you're not putting it with like
That
50
one.
other things.
no, just
Straight
that
up.
one.
Straight up shots.
Good shot.
Yeah,
Good
because
shot.
you get that linger.
of nice Blanco.
I'll buy
tequila.
that.
Did we learn anything?
Yeah, I learned to disqualify a crap load. Look, I have a lot of tequila.
Yeah.
Right? I've probably got 15 bottles of tequila, and this isn't even mine. So only 3 of those 15 would be what I qualify the top. Now, does that mean I wouldn't use any of these other brands? No, that's not necessarily true. They all have their own dynamics, and there will be people who say, I can't believe you picked Trace over, Avion.
Would it benefit anybody if we just go down the list real quick?
No, it wouldn't benefit him.
We can just just go through a few of them, right? So
Why don't you just give the top 10? Can we even do that?
Like if I
This is gonna be like a super long episode.
Do you want to do an edit?
I don't have to edit. Oh,
Okay.
no, it's too late to edit.
In as much that you can.
Can I give you some of the wild ones I would have thought?
Sure.
I would have thought Corzo would have ranked higher. I would have thought Cielo, El Diamante de Cielo would have ranked higher. Republic Tequila, which I like.
Avion ranked pretty high.
I think a 7 out of 12 is our highest. It's pretty good. Anything above
Avion.
anything above 6 is good.
Avion was actually very average in what we had. I mean,
That's average?
Yeah, if you want to go through
El Gran
things
Jubileo.
that were like
What about Don
close,
Julio? What was Don Julio at?
Don Julio.
That's a good one.
Don Julio was a 29, where what we have here is 36, right?
Yeah.
36, 35, 33, 33. Don Julio would
So
be
it's
a
not that
29.
far off.
No, it would have been in that top 5.
It's right up there.
Don Julio is. I mean, the thing is, most of those tequilas people wouldn't necessarily know the names of. Don Julio is one that I think most people would know.
Yeah.
I think out of all of them, Ka would probably be the one that kind of disappoints me the most. Because it's got a nice bottle. I really like the bottle. And Corzo. But, and Cavalino did okay, which is has been one of our sponsors.
Yeah, Cavalino came in at 28.
So, and that's also a fairly low priced. So there are other options that aren't these that you may get.
Actually, I would say that as far as bang for the buck, if you can get the Cavalino comes in at like $18 or $19 a bottle.
Right.
I mean, that's the way to go.
If you're on a budget.
It was ranking pretty high like that. What do you think, like 6th or 7th probably?
Yeah.
Where did Patron rank?
We didn't even bother.
Yep. We're going to give it back to Paul Mitchell.
Yeah.
None of us really care for Patron, so we didn't rank it at all because I don't like the taste of it. And the problem is because I don't like that taste, I can pick it out of a lineup. I've done it in the past. What I did find out is what I thought was Patron turned out to be, I think, which company was it? It was 901.
Yep.
I had, because when I tasted it, I'm like, this is Patron. And they're like, oh, Patron's not on our list. And I was like, where really?
So he picked Patron, and as far as like the tasting score, 160.
Right. So none of them come. There's a burnt tire finish. It doesn't have a lot of character. Patron is so neutral based, which we found with a lot of these is they tend to vodka-ize, right? And that I think is what a lot of people think is good tequila because it doesn't taste like Jose Cuervo.
Doesn't taste like anything.
But the thing is, absence of bad is good to certain people, where they don't understand the character that goes into it. So I wouldn't even list it in here. First off, it's more money than all of them. Yep. Any of the products we tasted, it's already a higher price. So there's no need, especially for the cost of these. Half the price, triple the flavor.
Yeah.
Are you doing the question of the day in this?
Question of the day. Sure, let's do it.
What's your personal favorite tequila style and brand?
Style and brand. Favorite tequila.
Like Reposado, Blanco.
I'm going Añejo.
I'm a silver guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Reposado. That's funny.
Sweet. We get them all. I know where Doug's coming from. The middle of the road, there's a lot of great flavors and cool dynamics that you can get out of it.
There really is.
With an Añejo, I think you're getting more one-dimensional, right? It's like not too much like a single malt where you pick that dimension really. I guess.
I just love the fact that like in a silver, there's no lying. Like wood can sometimes change the way that a product tastes. It can mask a lot of bad distillation. What we've picked out is definitely the top distillation.
You go complete naked.
Yeah, that's actually very true.
You're running nude, and there's nothing. There's no way to hide.
Nude.
There's no way to hide. This is your product, right? If you want to rest in anything else, this is the naked tequila.
You said that a couple times during. It reminded me as we were doing the tastings. You kept saying, "God, I wish they would have just put this in wood. God, I would have just put this in wood."
Yep.
But see, to me, that just showcases bad distillers.
Okay. See, and where I was thinking, wow, I wish they put that in wood was like some of the better ones that we had. It's just like some of them. They were probably. I really wish I had noted it. They were probably some of the middle of the ground ones, and I was just like, just put this in wood, and you could have made something so much more phenomenal than what you had with it being naked.
Right. There you go. The naked distillate it has its benefits. I just get more excited about some of the flavors.
I just kind of want to beat you to it. We're teaching you how to drink. Yes.
Anyway, there you go. You have to bang on the table when you do it. No, stuff has to move.
Yeah.
There you go. Tequila. Learn it up. Go out, get yourself a good bottle of tequila, and start experimenting because we're teaching you how to drink.